guys, welcome to Freedom in a Budget. It is Dumping Debt Friday, and we have some really good questions. I feel like I say that every week, but they're always so fun, challenging, and I just love them. So if you have a question, please leave it down below in the comments, or if you have a money win. We have some really exciting money wins this week, so make sure you stay to the end to celebrate with them. So have some good questions, and we're going to jump right in. First one is from Danielle Valdovinos. I totally butchered them, so sorry, Danielle. She says, so I bought my Savvy Cents wallet. I tried this system once. However, I feel weird having all the money in my wallet. Is it okay to do like 2 categories? I don't like carrying a lot of money. Do you have any suggestions? So the cash envelope system, the Savvy Cents wallet you guys have, I do 3 categories. I do grocery, eating out, and pocket money, and I fill them twice a month. So if you want to, you can fill them once a week or every other week, twice a month, whatever you feel comfortable with. If you don't feel comfortable carrying around a whole month's worth of cash, I totally understand that. And a lot of people have talked about it, and one thing is, when they see this wallet, people don't know if there's cash or cards in here. They have no clue until you're actually opening your wallet. So a lot of people think that they're gonna get, robbed or anything carrying cash, whatever. Okay, but they don't know that you have cash in here. It's not like it's see-through, unless you're flashing your cash at the grocery store, whatever it may be. So just keep that in mind. It may feel weird in the beginning, but you get used to it. I don't have any nerves about my wallet getting stolen or anything like that. And if it does happen, it's 2 weeks worth of cash, and it is what it is. Next question is from Katherine Foard. And she says, hi Kelly, I typically like to do my grocery shopping once a week on Sundays. In September there are 5 Sundays, so on September 30th, do I count that grocery trip towards my September budget or towards my October budget? That's a great question, and it all depends on how you want to break up the month. Some people, when there are 5-week months, they give themselves an extra week's worth. So say my grocery budget is $200 a month, then that would equal out to $50 a week, right? Doing the math. So for 4 weeks. So if you have a 5 week, some people will do $250 because they give themselves an extra $50 for that week. I personally don't. It's still 30 days, so depending on how the weeks fall, I can still make it work with just the $200. I've done it many times. And if I'm shopping on the 30th, I would add it to next month's budget, because I'm typically buying the food for the next month. And since it's only 1 day away, then I would definitely do it on October. But just plan it out, meal prep and meal plan as much as you can, even before when you're writing your budget, and being like, okay, I know how much these are, I know how much this is, can I make this work in this smaller budget? Next one is from Bonnie, and she says, I get paid bi-weekly. My spending, like eating out or miscellaneous, I usually give myself $50 a week. I am wondering if it would make more sense if I have an actual eating out budget. Thoughts? I think so. And one of the reasons why I call myself Freedom in a Budget and have this channel name of Freedom in a Budget is it gives you freedom within your budget. So before, I used to feel guilty about eating out or spending money on clothes or whatever it was, because I was on my debt-free journey, right? So when I gave myself that line item of eating out, of the sinking fund of clothing, of personal money, I was free to spend that money however I wanted, as long as it's within the limits of the budget. So work out a budget, see how much you can afford to eat out, whether it be once a week or twice a month or whatever it is. Put that line item in there so that you are able to, and then any extra will go towards that if you don't spend it. I think that really helps, and also helps with burnout. That way you're not getting budget burnout, and that way you're not just dreading it every single time, or just really wanting to eat out. You have that freedom too if you really want to, and you can look forward to it and reward yourself with it. Lilynette says, hey Kelly, thank you so much for answering my last question. I have a new question for you. What advice do you have for people who are single and on the Dave Ramsey plan? Because a single person, it can be a lot of work, pay off your debt on a small income, and then save for emergency fund and stock up your sinking funds and forth. But what if you get a boyfriend, get married, then you have a husband who has a lot of debt? What do you do? Do you use all your sinking funds and emergency fund to pay his debt and start all over again? What is your point of view on that? I hope you understand what I mean. I love your channel so much, and I really appreciate you giving us a chance to ask questions and taking the time to answer them. Aw, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to ask a question. This means a lot to me. I want to be able to have these videos if you guys weren't asking questions. So, I don't know if you watched my older videos, but I was working this plan as a single person. Jamie and I, we didn't combine finances until we got married. So all that time when I was paying off my debt and cash flowing wedding, that was on my single income, which wasn't a lot of money. It was like $30,000, $40,000 a year. And that's what I was using to pay off debt. That's what I was using to cash flow the wedding. And Jamie didn't have debt in our marriage, but what we would do is we would, if he did, we would work our baby steps individually, and then when we got married, we would combine them. So if you have no debt and you are working on your sinking funds and emergency fund, and then when you got married, if he did have debt, then any extra cash you would typically would go to your husband's debt. Now, I wouldn't start paying on the debt before you got married, but say you want to have, you know, $5,000 chunk of money that when you get it, you can go and pay that off. Now, that's personally what I would do, but that's something you guys have to talk through. I truly believe that when you get married, you need to combine finances. It's so true that you win together and you lose together. And, you know, if I was going through this and Jamie had debt, like, I would want to take that on and work through it with him. That way it's not him having that burden, or just me having that burden if I was the one that had the debt of, you know, no, it's ours. Just like when he had that car repair a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't just him having to carry that burden of that car repair, it was ours. And, you know, I would help, and, you know, our money is pooled together. Any income that we get, even my side hustle and stuff like that, it all gets pooled into one budget, one big account. We don't have his money, my money. You have to really change those pronouns to ours versus mine and his, or mine and yours, but ours. And it really just, it changes your whole mindset. So I hope that helps. Next question is from Kathy Todd, and she says, hi, should I use my home equity loan to pay off my 2 credit cards, then pay that off? It has a much lower interest rate. Kathy, I would not. I honestly would not. I don't know too much about home equity loans, but from what I have done my research on, a lot of them don't have fixed interest rates. So your interest rate may be lower now, but they can jack it up at any time. And you really just have that mindset of, I'm paying off my cards, I'm consolidating debt, I'm, you know, making this big leap, but it doesn't change the behavior. You didn't pay the money off, you just moved it. And when you're just moving money around, you think that you're tricking the system. You may save $100, you may save $200, whatever it is, but you're not changing the habit, you're not changing the cause of it. So you're not gonna really benefit from it if you're not changing your spending habits. I love the debt snowball. I really don't like when people consolidate debt. I think it just changes your whole mentality. If you have, you know, 5 or 6 different loans that may have higher interest rates, but you're able to pay them off and make progress of, you know, the total being $30,000 and some of them being lower, and you're able to pay them off as you go and just have that win of, yes, we paid off another loan, yes, we paid off another credit card. But when you consolidate, it's a mountain of debt, and it feels like you can never climb it, you can never get through. When are we going to pay this off? And it just gets so discouraging. But when you do that snowball, you have those money wins and you have those accomplishments, and you're able to cut up the card and just be done with it. It totally changes your mindset. I'm going to leave a link below to an article that Dave Ramsey wrote about this exact topic. So I really hope that helps. All right, next question is from Dom the Gamer, and he says, I have a question about your grocery budget. I know that you budget $50 a week, and you spend most of that at Aldi, but that I see you shop at Costco and other stores too. Do you budget extra money for the other stores? Also, is that just food only, or do you have a special budget for personal and home items like toilet paper and stuff? So honestly, we don't do this like most people do. We have our food budget, which is Aldi. Sometimes we get household items there, And that just goes into the grocery budget. I don't split those items up. And then big purchases like Costco, those we do not take out of our grocery budget just because it's buying in bulk for just the two of us, so it's gonna last several months. So it's too hard to figure into the budget. Like when we buy Premier Protein, it's not like I'm buying Premier Protein for just a month. That Premier Protein will last me 3, 4, 5 months. So, you know, am I gonna split that between it? And it's just difficult. So we just cash flow that. You know, we're at a point in our budget where we do have an extra, you know, couple $100 to $1,000 left over at the end of the month that we're able to put our sinking fund towards our sinking funds. So we just cash flow that, and then that would just come out of the money that we would be putting extra towards our sinking funds. I hope that answers your question. All right, guys, ready? We got some money wins. First one is from Cutie Pie Mania 45, and they said, I paid off $6K to debt this month and killed off one of my student loans. I still have $50,000 to go, but at least one loan is killed. That is awesome. One loan debt. That's exactly what I was talking about. You have that win of, yeah, you may have more debt, but it feels amazing to pay off this one student loan. Amazing. Awesome, awesome job. And then we have my girl, Wendy Valencia. Guys, if you don't watch Wendy, you need to check her out. She is incredible. Wendy Valencia is her channel. And she paid off her Navy federal loan. Guys, are you ready for this? $140,000 in 3 years. 3 years. Incredible. She's been working like a dog to get this loan paid off. And it is so, like, I cried when I watched her video about it. It's amazing. So guys, go check out Wendy if you have not already, and leave me your questions below. Leave me any comments or any money wins or anything, or how your day is going, or if you spill coffee on your shirt too, let me know that. All right guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.